So I got a problem. I got a key that's out of tune. I gotta fix it. Hold on. Hang with me for a minute. Hang with me, and I'll fix it. I gotta fix it. I can't stand for something to be out of tune. It aggravates me to death. So, as I've been working on this song, you see, so if I move you over here, can you see me all right? So, oh, I can't stand that. So, gotta fix it. People are like, what the heck is this? And you know, you don't really know when they're out of tune until you go and you play it. Let's see how that sounds. Thanks for hanging out, dealing with it while I do this. So hopefully that is better. Thank you, Marywood. Thank you, Henlord Tepper. Thank you, everybody. Move you back over here. So when I was in Oregon, I wrote this song, right? A certain song, and I totally forgot I did it. You know, I didn't write it down. I recorded it and used it a couple of times, but I forgot that I did it, right? And it's very complicated because it has this thing going on here. It's got that going on, but it's got that going on while I'm doing this. You've heard me play it recently if you've been listening. So the idea is to have this go on while this is going on. It's very complicated. And this is how it sounds. And it goes to this. Very hard. I got to keep doing that. And then after that, then it goes. It's a very complicated tune. And the thing is, you want to like, if you know what scatting is, like not scat as in crap, but like jazz scat when you go ba-da, ba-da, you know, the whole idea is that I would like sing that with it. So it'd sound like this. And it goes. And then it goes to this. And this. Yeah, so that is very complicated song that's hard to get right because it's got such intricate movements, you know. Very complicated. Very complicated. And I'm still trying to figure out, like, that sounds like something to me. I can't really figure out what it sounds like. So tell me, like, what does it sound like to you? Like, what does that make you think of? What does that sound like to you? You know, I don't want to say Flight of the Valkyries, but that's kind of like what it is. You know, it's like very, I don't know. Talk to me. What do you think? What do you think it sounds like? Help me name this. Help me name it. What do you think? Like, what does this sound like? Okay, so sounds like action, but good action packed. Yeah, like running. Yeah, it sounds like running. Judy Slack says, Linda Hippo says, sounds like action. And I just, you know, I can't figure it out. It's something. It's something. You know, it's what you're seeing it on. This is on my phone because I'm at my house, and I don't see your chats like I do when I'm on the computer. Running, It Mary Woods sounds like something is about to happen. Miss Dragon going to the next level. Let's see what else. Johnny Braun says, thinking about it, maybe Elijah while he's waiting in the cave, running for freedom. Brenda 721 says, yeah, I can't figure it out. It's this. Triplets, not 16 notes. Can't figure it out. Yeah, so I'll keep working on that. It's got several parts that I got to develop. You know. Bonnie Nurgood, thank you. She said that this is the best part of her day. Thank you. You know, I'm trying to build this channel. This has to be a backup channel, and they won't monetize my other channel. So I'd appreciate it if you guys go and listen to the other videos, because that counts as watch time. So if you do that, that'd be great. Brenda 7023 says, lovely sound. Thank you. Miss Jackson said, Bonnie Nurgood, Metallica already took the title to the title that she came up with. Yeah. It's all right. You can, some songs, there are many songs that are named the same thing. So. Mozart and all these composers, they a lot of their songs that they composed were based on hand exercises. So a lot of what you'll see me play are from hand exercises, like this. Do you remember this? Where is it? Then this one right here, this is a really cool one. And here's another hand exercise right here, right here. Here's your arpeggio. That is like a four-arm buster. Hold on. So they say it'll take about 6 weeks for this piano to acclimate to my house. And I've probably tuned it a few times because, I want to keep it tuned just so I can play it. And okay. My son just came in with a bloody nose. You all right, buddy? Could you shut that door for me? So I've never taken piano lessons either. I just enjoy playing. I always say that I'm not a piano player, but I play piano, just like I'm not a guitar player, but I play guitar. And I play piano by ear. I can read, because I played drums in school. I can read that. But I've been playing piano since I was 13, guitar since I was 5. In fact, I believe that the reason I can play guitar is because the reason I can play piano like I do is because I played guitar. Bonnie Nurgood says piano and flute, self-taught. Yeah, the only reason you need to learn theory and all that is so that you can communicate and play along with someone else. Like I say, the number one rule to playing instruments is there are no rules, and play what sounds good. In fact, you see those little Asian kids, they get down and go, blah, 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 all kind of crazy stuff. They're like 6 years old and they can play Chopin and Beethoven and Mozart. Like, what the heck? Here in the West, we teach music backwards. You don't learn to type before you learn to talk. You don't learn to read before you learn to talk. You learn how to talk. See, that's called the Suzuki method. Those little kids that play like that, they teach them to play by ear first. Then they teach them to read music and theory. You don't learn to type until you learn to talk. Till you learn, but over here, you go to school, you learn all this band stuff. You never learn the language of music. You never learn the language. So I made a lot of money where I used to live. I would teach piano lessons, but I'd say that I'm teaching the first step in the Suzuki method, to play by ear. So I would teach kids how to learn the language of music. I wouldn't say A minor, I'd say A sad. A happy. A sad. G happy. G sad. So get kids used to hearing what sounds sad and what sounds happy, and it changes everything for them. I used to say, I'll have you playing within your first lesson, and sure enough, these kids do. Because you got to learn the language first. Linda Hipple said, I grew up playing the language of music too. That's right. It's a language. It's emotional. You include emotion into it and you'll get somewhere. You don't include, we used to say, when I lived in Boston, all these kids would go to Boston and they'd go to Berkeley at Boston, Berkeley College of Music, but they didn't have any soul. They could play it like robots, but it never sounded good. You got to have soul. You got to have the emotion. You can't just learn all the techniques and the flashy stuff. You got to have the soul to play one note, to be able to have emotion and music in one single note. I love the sustain pedal. Somebody said that Bunny Nurgood said, as a little kid, I used to hold down the sustain pedal and sing down into the keyboard. Yes. Yeah, you get stuff like this. Hey! Yeah. I love that. I used to have an upright. I'd do that. I'd just take the cover off the upright, and it's like a natural reverb. And I've had like flutes and a snake charmer from India, and I'd hold down that sustain pedal and play that snake charmer into it, and it's just beautiful. Or guitar, or singing to it. It's like reverb. Let's see. Yeah, put your head close to the back of the keys. Yeah, you might not be able to hear it. Hear it. So like please. Yeah. I love that. It's like I love those notes together. That's so simple, but it just sounds so beautiful. Just hold down the sustain pedal. Do it all fast. So if you played piano, you're like, Sean isn't holding his hands right. He didn't hold his fingers right. I don't. I'm all self-taught, so I'm not going to hold my fingers like someone that took lessons. And I'm not going to do it like they do. But you take your lessons, how long is it going to take you to do this? See, they wouldn't have that either. There's no other way to play that. You got to cross over your arms. Hand exercises. Linda Hipple said Victor Bohr crossed his hands all the time. Yeah, you see, that's that natural way to play. Like, Even Debussy, yes. The melody Freedom of Debussy, yes. Yes. See, those guys, you got to throw out the rules. You got to throw out what people say you have to do and just do it. You know, it's I need to cross, I'm going to cross. Or like you've seen this one. If you notice, see, a lot of people don't realize that the piano is a percussion instrument. Percussion is drums. Uh, uh, it is a percussive instrument. That's, you know, there are hammers hitting the string. When I do that, it's a hammer hitting the string. So I play piano like a drum sometimes. Like if you notice this, I'm going inside of my fingers here. You know, there's no way to play it but go inside of my fingers here. I'm playing inside. So I play piano like a drum almost. Like a drum. Oh, I messed up. Do you hear that vocal line behind that really brings it out? You know, like if you listen to the vocal line. See, that's very uplifting. Very, very uplifting. And what's weird, let's see, have you seen the videos done at the Steinway factory where they circle 6-9 grands all performing one piece? Awesome. Yeah, that would be incredible to see. Mr. Piano can set the beat like a drum does for other instruments to follow, is how I see. Yeah, it's totally like that. Titus says Jimi Hendrix was left-handed and played a right-handed guitar. Yeah. Even you know, I even see the guitar as a as a percussive instrument. Oh, Judy Slack says the vocals really add. Love it. Yeah, the vocals are very like, when they come in right here. Hold on. Right here. I don't have vocals for that, but that's really brings it out. I'll start doing some guitar videos too, just to kind of mix it up a little bit, because I gotta have material on here. No, I haven't. I had words to it a long time ago, and I got Bonnie Nurgood asked if I named the piece yet. This one. This one, no. Very happy sounding. Yeah, I love that tune. Linda Hipple said she really likes that piece. Yeah. Yeah, Titus, that's great. He says, from acorns grow mighty oaks. It's true. Little acorns. Bonnie Nurgood says, going home, clouds. Sorry. Yeah, that's what it is, like going home. Man, that really, going home, just that phrase made me like choke up. It's true. And there's this one. That song, which is crazy about that one. That one sounds like finding your peace. Yeah, that one right there. This one. That song. I don't know if you're in the Facebook group, but I mentioned in the Facebook group once that I'm working on a song, and I struggled to find the timing, because when I put it in the sequencer, it's got to tell me where the downbeat is of each measure, and it's not 4/4. And don't you know it's 9/4? There's 9 beats to every measure. This one right here. Crazy. Very crazy. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me, by the way. Not yet. Boy, you crazy?
We're gonna go to the next song. Is that okay?
Yes, it is. Yeah, the fact that it's 9/4, when I get it into the sequencer and I compose all the pieces, it's going to sound so incredible. And that song, I don't know if any of you have heard the songs that like that Meditations on Death. That's what this one is. There it is. Here, that's from Meditations on Death, and it's about my midlife crisis. It has three movements in it. So you hear the piano piece, and it sounds one way just with the piano. But I took it and totally orchestrated it, and it's completely different. It's called Meditations on Death, and you can get that at the website if you want to. It's called Meditations on Death. But I would like to, now that I got a piano where I don't have to play on a keyboard. My MIDI keyboard is weighted, but it doesn't feel like this. Doesn't feel like this. So now that I have this, oh yeah, let me interrupt. Judy Slack says, "Love, freedom, freedom has found me," is what it's called. Yeah, thank you. I recorded that like 11 or 12 years ago, 12 or 13 actually. Now that I think about it, and it was just a demo. It's called a pre-production copy where you let the magic happen inside of the recording, and then you come back and you fix it and make everything good. And that's what that is. That was never meant to be heard, but that's a good song right there. But Meditations on Death, that's a good one. But now that I have a piano, I'm gonna do some recordings on the piano and make those available because it's just not the same on a synthesizer keyboard. I mean, I gotta have this. This does not sound the same on a keyboard. How the strings are just ringing out and the hammers are hitting it. It just doesn't work. Hold on, it says, yeah, Bonnie Nurgood says, "So happy for you. Enjoy that your new piano." Boy, I wish it was new, but it's new to me, and it's nice. Titus Pullo, Miss Dragon, the person who gave me my first Native American flute told me when learning to tell a story through the flute, you're spot on. Yeah, and it's the music too. Music is definitely story. And if you that song Meditations on Death, I mean, I went through a hard midlife crisis. Still going through it a little bit. Coming to peace with a lot of things, the idea of dying. But Meditations on Death is in three movements. It's birth and adolescence. That's one, and then it's manhood is the second, and then the execution is the third movement. And it's so obvious because it's drum roll, you're getting ready for the guillotine to fall, and that's the end of a man's life when he deals with death every day, and he realizes, and women too, but as far as my midlife crisis, dealing with my eventual death, that is what the Bible deals with. That's what the Bible helps us deal with and helps us learn how to live. I just want to learn how to live from day to day and be okay with whatever happens, and live inside of that. My dad is almost 80 years old, and that man has the peace that surpasses all understanding. He's been walking with the Lord a long, long time. And, I can say that I have that peace, that surpasses all understanding in my relationship with the Lord, but not like he does. You got to live. You got to live as long as he has. As long as an old man, an old woman who have come to terms with life, you got to live to get to that point. You got to experience life. Mm. So, Linda Hipple said, I had an NDE several years ago. What's an NDE? What is an NDE? What is an NDE, Linda Hipple? I want to know so I can understand it. Near death experience. Yeah. That I don't know if you've heard my story, but when I was in 1996, I was run over by a car on my bicycle and I didn't have a helmet on and my head went to the windshield and I died 3 times. I saw the itemized bill from the emergency room visit and they had to revive me. They had to revive me 3 times. I saw the bill, the gel when they use what are they called when they shock you? I can't remember what it's called. And I didn't see anything, didn't see lights, didn't anything like that. But I will tell you that I deal with death differently since I died. I wrote that piece and call it, the first time I died. The first time I died was in 1996. Bonnie Nurgood said, jump your heart. Yeah, they had to do it 3 times. And I think on this channel, I've got the story of what happened. And I kind of wrote a story based on the itemized bill I saw for the emergency room visit. I like hitting off notes. I think, I love the Phrygian mode, and to me that thank you everyone. Thank you. Yeah, we are all here for a reason, and it's a funny story. My story is crazy. Anyway, I like one of the oldest modes of music, which is the Phrygian mode. More, it's Egyptian. And so you'll hear that incorporated into everything I write. Right here. I was dead serious. I don't know if you caught the show last night, but I was dead serious about how good it was to be with all of you last night. Absolutely. And when after that intro, when I was with you, when I went after that intro, when it like kind of dawned on me, oh yeah, I'm with my family. Yesterday was a very hard day for me emotionally, but when I came into that show after that intro, it hit me. Oh yeah, my family, we're together. Where I'm accepted, and it's so crazy that the trolls, the people that attack me for what happens in those videos, and the way you are with me in my family there makes all that troll work that they do bearable. I don't know if you're in the Facebook group. In the Facebook group, I don't know if you saw what Slim Frank tried to post on the video. Crazy. Bonnie Nurgood says we're going to have a jam session in heaven. We are, and it's going to be awesome. Brenda 7, here you go. Brenda 7021 says to fear death is pointless when you're trying to live. It is, but I think that might be easier said than done. That in that midlife crisis, that's why it's called a crisis, a midlife crisis. There you go. Here is my Corvette. Men get stuff when they're going through their midlife crisis. Here's mine. I didn't have to remortgage the house though to get it because I got one I could afford. Titus says, when death smiles at a Marine, we smile back. Yeah, that's great. Linda Hipple says, when young children are in the family, it changed perspective. Like I always say, that you must fear what life is going to be when you're gone. That will make you prepare now for when you're gone. And you gotta have some kind of fear so that you take it very serious. A life insurance policy. I fear for my wife's financial security when I'm gone. So I have a life insurance policy. So I'm going to hang up now, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to make another video. So if you'd like to join me, I'm about to come right back on, but I'm going to play guitar for a while. I got to put content on this channel. So I'm going to get out my acoustic and I'm going to play a little bit. So I'm going to say bye for now. Give me about 2 or 3 minutes and I'm going to be back on. I hope to see you all there.